Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, How To Teens Edition. Today I'm going to be doing a video all about alpha bracelets. This is going to be a complete beginner tutorial to how to make alpha bracelets. So this is one of my first times making alpha bracelets, but I feel like I've gotten the hang pretty quickly, and I decided to do a quick tutorial on how to make them. So right here I have started a avocado alpha bracelet, and I will be demonstrating on this bracelet. If you like what you see here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button to my channel for more videos like this one. So without further ado, let's get started. Since you guys already know that I started my bracelet already, I'm just going to continue from where I was, and I just finished row 21. So I'm going to start off with row 22, which is perfect because it has a color switch, so I can teach you guys how to do a color switch. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is set up your pattern, and I have a video all about how I film my bracelet tutorials and how I make them, so I'll leave that link in the description down below. So I'm going to assemble everything and I'll be right back. Okay, so this pattern for row 21 is this row right here with all of these backward knots and then a color change to 4 green knots in the middle. So I'm going to start off by taking my leading string, which is this black string, and like it says, there are 6 forward knots with the black. So I'm going to just do that. These are regular knots, so you're going to make sure you're knotting on your leading string, and I'm going to do 1, then 2, taking a look back at my pattern, we're going to see that I have to take my darkest green. So I'm going to look for my darkest green, which is right here, and then I'm going to pull it out. So the 2 strings that I want to have in the front are my leading string, which is the black, and this green string. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the black string to the top so that it's out of the way, and I'm going to take my next bass string, which is this black one, and I'm going to do half of a knot with my green. So just like that, so that I have half of a knot. Then I'm going to take the black string and I'm going to sandwich it in between, and then I'm going to do the second half of the knot. So now if you take a closer look at what just happened, you're going to see that the black string is in between the 2 green strings. And that is exactly what you want to happen. So now if you tug on the black string and you take your nail, you can push the green string tighter so that it tightens the knot. And so then I'm going to simply put the black string up and away, and then I'm going to continue. So I'm going to take the next bass string and I'm going to do 3 knots with this dark green. So 2, 3, and then the last one. And then when you're switching back to the black, you're going to do the exact same process. So I did 4, so I'm going to move it to the top. I'm going to take the black string. I'm going to make a knot on the next bass string. I'm going to make a knot, half of it. I'm going to sandwich the green string in between, and then I'm going to do the second half of my knot. So just like that, it's sandwiched in between, and then you're going to move the green string to the back, and then take this black string and complete the last 2 knots. And the last one. Perfect. So just like that, you've completed the 22nd row in this pattern. And so now I'm going to move on to the 23rd. So for the 23rd row, I have 2 black knots. So I'm going to start off by doing that. Let's take my black string, and we're going to do a knot on the first bass string, and then a knot on the second bass string, And then from here, I have to switch to my dark green. So I'm gonna put the black up, take my dark green, do half of a knot, move my black to the middle, and complete that knot. Just like that, and then I'm gonna move my black up and away. So I've done my one green, and now I have 4 knots with my medium green. So I'm going to find my medium. This is my lightest green actually, because this is the darker green. So my lightest green, I'm gonna find it, and I'm going to bring it. So my lightest green is right here. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna pull it out, take the dark green, move it to the top, make half of the knot with my green, and then take the dark green. My strings are really long, so I have to pull it for quite a while. Take my dark green, sandwich it in the middle, and then complete the knot just like so. And so now I've changed my leading string to the light green, so I can move the dark green away. And now I'm gonna make 3 knots with this light green. So that was the first one. So this is gonna be the second one. So 2, 3, and lastly 4. Perfect. Then I have to change back to my dark green, these 2 right here. So I'm going to grab my dark green again, put the light green up to the top, bring my dark green, and make half of a knot on the first bass string. And now bring the other green in the middle. Tighten it, and then complete the knot. When you're completing the knot, make sure that none of the strings get tangled, so you might want to always hold on to this other string to make sure it stays straight. Okay, so now that I finished that, I'm going to take this dark green and make 1 more knot. There we go. So now I'm ready to change back to the black string and then complete the row. So I'm gonna move the green up, take my black from the back, and then do half of a knot, bring the string back, and do the other half. Perfect, and now I'm just going to go all the way to the end of the row with this black string, which is 4 knots. So that's 2. This is gonna be 3. And then lastly, we have the 4th. So I'm going to do 1 last row, and then I'm going to do a few on my own so that I can get to a row where I have to insert a new color. So this next row is row number 24, and this one has quite a few color changes. So I have 2 black knots at the beginning, 2 dark green knots, 3 light green knots, 2 dark brown, 2 light green, 1 dark green, and 1 black. The pattern is white, but I did black, so that's why I'm always saying black instead of white. So I'm going to start off simple. I'm just going to do 2 knots with my bass string. So 1, and then 2. Then it says I have to change to my dark green. So after a while, these color switches start to get very natural, and you do them a lot faster. So I'm not going to explain them as in detail. But I just switched to the dark green, and now I'm going to do 2 knots with the dark green. Just like that. Then I have to switch to the light green. So I'm going to grab the light green and make half of a knot. Put this through and just like so. And I have to do 3 knots with the light green. So I just did the first one, and now I'm going to do the second one. And the third one. Perfect. So now I have to bring in a color that I haven't brought in before. I have to bring in my brown. So I'm going to move this light green up to the top. I can zoom in so you guys can see what I'm going to do a little more. So I move the light green up to the top. I'm going to find my next bass string, and I'm going to find my brown. So my brown is right here. So I'm going to take my brown and take the next bass string, and I'm going to do half of the forward knot. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the yellow, move it in between, and then complete the knot on top of the yellow. Perfect. So just like that. Now I can move the light green off. And I have to do 2 knots with this brown, so I'm going to do 1 more knot with the brown before switching back to the light green. Now I'm going to switch back to the light green, so I'll review it one more time. You move your current string up. You take the string you want to change it with. You complete half of a knot. Then you put the top string in between, and you complete the other half of the knot. And this string should be sandwiched in the middle. So now I'm going to do the 2 knots with my light green. So 1, and this is the second one. And so almost at the end now, I'm going to take my dark green. We have to do a knot with the dark green. I'm going to do that. Knot with the dark green. Move this in the middle. And then complete the knot. Just like so. And then for the last and final step, I have to take the black and with this, I'm just going to move the green up, take the black, complete half of the knot, move the green in the middle, and just sandwich that in there. And so as you can see, I've just done the next row. So that is it for this week's video. I'm going to make a part 2 of this video to show you how to insert strings and how to tighten your knots. But that's all for this video since I don't want to make it too long. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like, and comment if you have anything to comment. And you can request any other videos or anything in general that I can post on this channel in the comments. So I'll see you guys next time for part 2. Bye.